Welcome to the Raising Confident Girls podcast, your guide to raising strong, confident daughters. I'm Melissa Jones, the founder of Girls Positivity Club and a teacher for over 20 years. In a world where girls often feel overwhelmed, anxious, and confused, this podcast is your go-to space. As caregivers, we navigate challenges together. I founded Girls Positivity Club to provide a place where you belong and get the tools to face today's hurdles. Consider this your regular check-in with a trusted friend, offering insights and practical tips for meaningful conversations. I'm here to help you feel confident on this journey of raising a generation of empowered girls. Let's dive in and raise those confident girls together. Hey everybody, it's Melissa and welcome to Pep Talk Friday. I want to talk about something that can feel really confusing as a parent. You're in one of those moments where your daughter says something and you immediately feel torn on how to respond. Maybe it sounds like, I'm not good at anything, or no one likes me, or even just, it doesn't matter. And you can hear it right away. What she's saying isn't actually true, but the way she's saying it, you can tell it feels real to her. And now you're in that space of, do I correct it? Do I comfort her? Do I explain it? Because you don't want her to believe something that isn't true. But you also don't want to dismiss how she feels. And that tension can feel really uncomfortable. And sometimes it doesn't just happen once. It shows up again on a different day, in a different situation, or in a slightly different way. And you start to notice a pattern. And that's when it can feel heavier. Because now you're not just responding to one moment. You're wondering, is this becoming how she sees herself? And that thought can make you want to jump in even faster. To fix it, to reassure her, to make sure she doesn't carry that belief. And that makes sense because you care, because you see her clearly, because you don't want her to miss what's good about herself. So here's the shift I want to offer you. It doesn't have to be one or the other. It can be both. Her feeling can be real without the thought being true. And your role in that moment isn't to pick a side. It's to hold both. To say in different ways, I can see why it would feel that way. And also, I don't think this moment gets to decide what's true about you. Because what you're doing in that moment is helping her learn something really important. What she feels from what actually is true. And that's not something she learns in one conversation. That's something she builds over time. And I know it can feel hard not to jump in and fix it. Believe me, that's the first thing I want to do. Because it feels urgent. Because it feels important. And it is. Because you don't want that thought to stick. We want our girls to love themselves and to see how amazing they are. But helping her understand it and move through it is more powerful than correcting it. Because when she learns to question those thoughts herself, that's where confidence actually starts to grow. And if you've ever walked away from one of those moments thinking, I wish I'd handled that better, I want you to know something. It's not about getting it perfect in the moment. It's about what she experiences from you over time. And showing up, even when you don't know exactly what to say, is already doing more than you think. So here's something simple you can hold on to the next time it happens. You don't have to prove that she's wrong. You just have to stay with her long enough for her to understand what she's feeling. And that's what helps her come back to herself. And if this is something that's been coming up a lot, I also have a full episode right before this called When Your Daughter Says No One Likes Me and You Don't Know What's Actually True. And that walks through this more deeply and will help you respond in those moments. So if you've been in one of those moments lately where what she's saying doesn't feel true, but it still feels real to her, you're not stuck. You're in one of those moments that actually helps her build confidence over time. Not because it feels good right away, but because she's learning something really important. That she can feel something strongly and it doesn't have to define her. And she learns that through you. Through the way you stay with her, even when it's messy. Even when you're not totally sure what to say. That's what she carries with her. Not one perfect response, but the experience of being understood. And that's what helps her come back to herself. You're doing more than you think, and I'm right here with you. I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining another empowering episode of the Raising Confident Girls podcast. Share today's insights with caregivers and friends, building beautiful relationships with strong girls. Hit subscribe so you never miss an episode. We're not just a podcast, we're a community. Follow Girls Positivity Club on social media for more empowering content on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. This podcast empowers you, supporting incredible girls. Let's create strong, beautiful relationships with the girls in our lives. I appreciate you listening today. Stay confident, stay connected. Until next time, keep raising those confident girls. You've got this.